Very good morning. It's Wednesday, the 6th of March 2019. So let me try and hold the camera up a little bit because it is raining and it's horrible. I'm not going to do a particularly long video this morning because I'm going to the bus stop. I'm not walking all the way. So you may have heard on the news recently that Theresa May and the top police woman in the country had a little bit of a disagreement. Roy the road sweeper, Allah, mate. So Cressida Dick and Theresa May have had a slight disagreement, and I'm going to tell you why Theresa May is wrong. Theresa May said that there is no correlation between a lack of police officers and certain types of crime. This is bullshit. There's also been a little graph put out there of, even though police officers have dropped in numbers, that crime has dropped in numbers too. This is also bullshit, and I'm going to tell you exactly the reason why. Okay, let's look at what we've received in way of how to communicate with police over the last, say, 5 years. We've got people being urged to use 111 as opposed to 999 to report non-emergency crimes. And those are the crimes that are not being put on this little graph, aren't they? So people that are using 999, those are the ones that are being reported. So there would be, when you think about it, a significant drop in crime. Now, it's funny that, because the Prime Minister and this little graph also shows that even though there are fewer police officers, there's also fewer arrests for crime. Let me say that in English again, just so you understand how stupid that sounds. Even though there are fewer police officers, there are also fewer arrests for certain types of crime. Well, duh. You don't say. I mean, call me stupid. I mean, you would think that if there were fewer police officers, then of course there'll be fewer arrests, because there are fewer police officers to arrest people. You know what I mean? This so... I'm not going to swear. And the fact that the top police officer, Cressida Dick, has come out and said, well, basically the Prime Minister's wrong. There is a link, actually, between the rise in knife crime and the lack thereof of police officers. Well, you don't say. You don't say. Kids are carrying knives because they know they're not going to get stopped. They know they're not going to get stopped because, in London specifically anyway, I can't talk for the rest of the country, in London specifically, you know, there's a chance that you can play the race card. You're stopping me because I'm a black man or woman. That's just a problem in London. The rest of the country is different, you see, but that card can be played, you see. You're not going to have so many people getting arrested and stopped and searched for that reason, but not that reason alone. We just don't have the resources. We don't have the resources. And for the fact that crime isn't reported as much as it was before, of course it is. They're just not taking the 111 calls into consideration. They're only putting the 999 calls for police on that little list. Yeah, see, it all makes sense. So the Prime Minister, she knows absolutely nothing. Either she is that thick that she genuinely knows nothing, or she thinks that the rest of the population are thick and she thinks that we know nothing. And people like myself, who's not an exactly well-educated person, but I do try, you know, think that people like myself won't figure this bullshit out. Or what we need, realistically, is more police officers. More men and women on the street policing. That's what we need. We need those police officers to be given powers to actually arrest people. Not just go, oh no, you can't do that, no, slap on the wrist. No! Police need power, is what they need. And it needs to be a case of don't abuse that power, but police still need to be given the relevant power and authority to do their job correctly. Equally, this is another thing. If you are a child caught with a knife, you do automatic 5 years in a army-led Borstal complex, something like that, like a boot camp. If you are between 17 and 25, you do 5 years national service without any question. You pack your bag and you fucking go. That will teach you discipline, respect, how to be a decent human being, all the good stuff. And if you are 25 plus and get caught with a knife, you do jail time. All of this would free up the prison service. It would save money realistically in the long term. It would be good for our armed forces because they'd be getting an absolute influx of people joining the army because they'd be doing national service because they were caught playing with knives. You see, and then I guarantee when they come out of said national service, they would be full of manners. Yes, full of manners, full of respect. Yeah, they'd know the error of their ways, and then they can then go on and teach other young people that playing with knives is fucking stupid. So there we go. This is my solution to the problem we have with crime and knife crime in particular in this country. We need more police and we need a national service in this country of sorts for anyone of an age carrying a knife. So if you're a child up to the age of 17, you go to a boot camp for 5 years, mixed in with army work or a basic training. From 17 up to 25, if you get caught with a knife, and obviously if you haven't used it, you do 5 years national service without fail. You do that. Obviously if you have a knife and you've committed crimes, say killed someone, stabbed someone, then obviously you go to prison. But all this bullshit of 5 years for carrying a knife, no, free up the prison system, send these people to the army. That's what I'm saying. I'm Chris, this is Chris's Real Talk. Please feel free to argue with me. Take it easy.